This here is from World of Real. Pirates of the Caribbean reboot starts production next year. No Johnny Depp from November 3rd, 2024. Let's see what we got. Before I start, shout out here to Sprinkle Dinkle and Paulette. Thank you for the membership and the super chat. And to Lori Wood, also thank you so much for the membership. It's a big help. Here we go. Just an update on a production grid that was sent over to me last night. It reads Untitled Pirates of the Caribbean movie and has a late 2025 production being eyed. In St. Vincent, no word yet for the cast of the film, but I wouldn't expect Johnny Depp to return as Jack Sparrow. Earlier in the year, Pirates producer Jerry Bruckheimer confirmed that the franchise will have more than one reboot. Bruckheimer told Entertainment Weekly, "It's two different movies. We hope to get them both made, and I think Disney agrees they really want to make the Margot Robbie one too." What's being rumored is that one film is a reboot with an entirely new cast, and the other will be a female-centric film with connections to the previous movies and Margot Robbie starring in the lead role. Call me crazy, but you can't say male-centric film. I guess it's supposed to be assumed that like all movies in the past were male-centric. Like the thing is about moving forward and doing things equal is we can't live in the past by that standard. If we want to just equalize everything, let's do it all equal moving forward. That's my silly opinion, but okay. One of those two projects is most likely the one originally written by The Last of Us creator Craig Mazin and original Pirates scribe Ted Elliott, and later rewritten by Jeff Nathanson. Here's Bruckheimer confirming Nathanson's involvement. Not sure how concerned we are, but okay. Right, so he says Nathanson basically has an incredible third and first act. They just got to clean up the first and second, and they'll get there. But he wrote a great third act. Do we need a Pirates reboot? Of course not. Depp's absence is only adding to the unnecessary nature of these upcoming films. Depp's Jack Sparrow was the best and at times only reason to watch the previous installments. Okay, well, that sounds right to me. So, World of Real here, I guess, is on the right page. The Pirates franchise has been dead to many fans, especially after the last release, 2017's Dead Men Tell No Tales. As far as I'm concerned, the only good one was the 2003 original. However, money talks and reboots being greenlit occur on a nearly weekly basis in Hollywood. I mean, they're pretty much rebooting reboots at this point. You'll have an original one from like 70s, 80s, 90s. Then you'll have like a 2010 remake or something. Then they just reboot that remake. And let's see some comments. Janice says, maybe I'm missing something, but I didn't find much difference between Depp's performances in all 5 pirate movies. Is there a particular scene or reason why you think his work in the original is so much better than the others? I hear this once in a while, that Johnny went downhill, and even I kind of fell into it a bit, and I was saying like the first ones are always the best, but come to think of it, there's really no solid reason except people just say the back end ones aren't as good. I haven't watched them in a very long time, but from clips I see, he seems pretty solid throughout. And Kurt says that as time goes on, they push him to be more of a main character, not a side character who's helping and supporting. Could be. Yeah, okay, maybe. But that's not really about his performance. That's more about story choices and script writing, which isn't up to Depp. But okay, I kind of get what he's trying to say. And Jonathan Almgren says, no Depp, then it's a certain failure. Any fan of the original series will not watch it without Depp, so it won't do well. Depp is the franchise here. Give it another name, and sure, it'll go better. It needs to be separated from the original franchise for people to consider it. That's what I said. If they just make one and don't call it Pirates, it's a pirate movie, but not related to Jack Sparrow, it's got a better chance. I mean, if it's Disney, people are still going to kind of know, but it will be better. And technically would be something not connected to Depp. And Jonathan says he might be getting too old to reprise the character. I've addressed this before. Obviously, Johnny in 2003 is going to be different than 2024 physically, but they could have him play more of a mentor role, hand down the torch. Yes, he'd be older, more experienced, less jumping around, throwing swords and jumping through hoops of fire or whatever. You know, he would be the captain, a little bit more laid back. He could still do some pretty cool shit, especially these days with special effects. No one's saying he's got to exactly play the character he exactly was. Anyway, that's the news. It seems Johnny's not going to come back to Pirates. We don't have an exact confirmation yet, but as we get closer, seems like that's where the news is heading. Anyway, if you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.